The Indo-Pacific was rocked by a silent revelation. In a region already simmering with tension, a single event sent ripples through military and political circles alike. A single image captured the world's attention, an imposing U.S. Navy Ohio-class submarine surfacing in a strategic port, its presence impossible to ignore. This was no ordinary submarine. It was an SSGN, a guided missile powerhouse designed for both stealth and overwhelming firepower. Its cavernous silos can be packed with up to 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles, giving it a formidable conventional arsenal capable of striking targets hundreds of miles inland with pinpoint accuracy. The message was unmistakable, a calculated display of power and resolve, meant to reassure allies and warn potential adversaries. For military analysts, it was a chilling reality check. The balance of power in the region had just shifted, and everyone was taking notice. Submarines are the ultimate stealth weapon, unseen, untracked, and capable of operating undetected for months at a time beneath the waves. Surfacing an SSGN in such a visible way is a deliberate strategic move, akin to placing a queen on a chessboard at a critical moment, forcing every player to reconsider their next move. It compels adversaries to rethink their strategies, knowing that a single submarine can alter the entire balance of power in the region. The U.S. Navy can project immense firepower anywhere, anytime, with the ability to strike swiftly and decisively from beneath the ocean's surface. This act of naval diplomacy sent shockwaves around the globe, dominating headlines and sparking urgent discussions in capitals from Washington to Beijing. The USS Ohio and its sister ships represent unique capabilities, each one a floating arsenal, a symbol of American technological and military might. These submarines can haunt coastlines, lurking in isolation for months, gathering intelligence, and waiting for the order to strike if needed. The submarine's arrival is a direct response to growing regional assertiveness, a reminder that the U.S. remains committed to maintaining stability and freedom of navigation. It's a stark reminder of the terrifying power that lies hidden in the deep, silent, patient, and always ready. This isn't just about one submarine. It's about a broader strategic doctrine that leverages undersea dominance to deter aggression and shape outcomes. By leveraging technological superiority, the U.S. creates an asymmetrical advantage, one that is difficult for any adversary to counter directly. The U.S. doesn't need to match ship for ship. A single submarine can tip the scales, holding entire fleets and coastlines at risk. With its reach, a single asset can threaten an entire coastline, forcing adversaries to remain on constant alert and reshaping their defensive postures. The Silent Hunter has surfaced, forever changing the Indo-Pacific landscape and reminding the world of the power that moves unseen beneath the waves. The Ohio-class SSGN is a marvel of modern warfare, representing the pinnacle of American naval engineering and strategic innovation. These submarines are not just machines, they are silent sentinels, patrolling the depths with unmatched capability and purpose. Originally designed during the tense years of the Cold War as ballistic missile submarines, the Ohio-class boats were built to carry nuclear missiles and serve as a powerful deterrent. Today, they have been transformed to project conventional power across the globe, adapting to new threats and missions. Through extensive conversion, each SSGN now houses up to 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles, giving them the ability to strike targets with pinpoint accuracy from hundreds of miles away. This arsenal allows a single submarine to unleash a devastating barrage, reshaping the battlefield in moments. In fact, the firepower of just one Ohio-class SSGN rivals that of an entire aircraft carrier strike group, making it a formidable force multiplier for the U.S. Navy. But its capabilities don't end there. The SSGN can also covertly deploy special operations forces, such as Navy SEALs, using its dry deck shelter. This allows for secret missions deep behind enemy lines, far from prying eyes. Inside, the submarine transforms into a multi-mission command center, coordinating complex operations and gathering vital intelligence, all while remaining hidden beneath the waves. Stealth is its greatest asset. The Ohio-class SSGN can glide silently, and undetected for months at a time, evading enemy sensors and patrolling vast ocean expanses without ever being seen. This unique combination of stealth, endurance, and overwhelming firepower makes the SSGN a truly terrifying adversary, capable of striking without warning and vanishing just as quickly. Its unpredictable presence creates constant uncertainty for adversaries, who can never be sure when or where the next strike might come from, forcing them to remain on high alert at all times. The SSGN exerts a constant, invisible pressure, haunting the world's oceans as a shadowy threat that is always present, yet rarely seen. Enemy fleets are forced to divert valuable resources and attention to track what is essentially a ghost, stretching their defenses thin and complicating their strategies. In every sense, the Ohio-class SSGN is the Swiss Army knife of naval warfare. Versatile, powerful, and always ready to adapt to any mission the future may demand. The US SSGN challenges China's regional ambitions. China's anti-access strategy aims to keep US forces at bay. The SSGN slips through this network, operating in the deep ocean. China's anti-submarine capabilities lag behind the US. The SSGN penetrates China's protective bubble undetected. It holds high-value targets at risk, creating a strategic dilemma. China must invest heavily in anti-submarine warfare. The SSGN undermines China's confidence and expansionist strategy. Russia's Pacific Fleet faces a new challenge. The US SSGN in the Pacific fuels Russian paranoia. A single Ohio-class submarine could neutralize key assets. Russia's submarine force is stretched thin. Tracking a top-tier US submarine is nearly impossible. The SSGN forces Moscow to reconsider resource allocation. It complicates Russia's strategic calculus, linking Europe and the Pacific. The US embraces asymmetrical deterrence. The Ohio-class SSGN exemplifies this strategy. It leverages technological advantages for disproportionate effects. The SSGN is stealthy, cost-effective, and technologically superior. It imposes enormous costs on competitors. Rivals must invest heavily in anti-submarine warfare. The SSGN shapes adversaries' decision-making. Its uncertainty is a powerful deterrent. The SSGN instills caution in those challenging the international order. The Ohio-class SSGN's true power is psychological, lurking beneath the waves as an unseen force that shapes the very thoughts of its adversaries. Modern warfare is no longer just a contest of firepower. It's a battle of minds and wills, where perception and uncertainty can be as decisive as missiles and torpedoes. The SSGN excels in this arena with its near-perfect invisibility, slipping through the ocean undetected, always present but never seen. Unlike the imposing visible presence of an aircraft carrier, the SSGN is a phantom. Its location unknown, its intentions hidden, its threat ever present. It looms over enemy calculations, breeding fear and paranoia, forcing adversaries to second-guess every move and wonder if danger is lurking just beneath the surface. Adversaries remain in constant vigilance, fearing the unknown, their nerves stretched thin by the possibility of sudden, invisible attack. This relentless mental pressure leads to costly mistakes and the diversion of valuable resources, as enemies scramble to defend against a threat they cannot see. When the SSGN finally surfaces, it's a masterclass in psychological signaling, a deliberate act that sends shockwaves through enemy ranks. It boldly declares, "We are here, and you cannot stop us," a message that resonates far beyond the immediate battlefield. This act amplifies the submarine's mystique, turning it from a rumor into a legend, and making its presence felt even when it slips back into the depths. The SSGN transforms the abstract threat of submarine warfare into a tangible, undeniable reality, forcing adversaries to confront their own vulnerability. The SSGN weaponizes the unknown, instilling a deep sense of dread that lingers long after it disappears from view. An unseen enemy becomes a source of fear, haunting the minds of those tasked with defending against it. The SSGN's very existence is a form of continuous warfare, a psychological campaign that never truly ends. It haunts America's rivals, enforcing a tense peace and reminding them that the balance of power can shift in an instant. The SSGN is a ghost in the global military machine, shaping strategies and sowing uncertainty wherever it operates. From the depths, it shapes ambitions and enforces peace. its silent patrols a constant reminder of its unmatched reach. The SSGN's psychological power is unmatched, commanding respect from allies and fear from foes alike. Its presence is a form of continuous warfare, an unending invisible campaign that keeps adversaries guessing and the world in balance. The Ohio-class SSGNs redefine naval deterrence. They create a new space between carriers and SSBNs. The SSGN offers overwhelming firepower with stealth. It provides a flexible option in crises. The SSGN is suited for 21st century complexities. It counters aggression and dismantles threats. The SSGN reshapes the global balance of power. Nations must reevaluate their defenses. The SSGN demonstrates technological superiority. The U.S. operates in the next generation of naval warfare. The Ohio-class SSGN has redrawn the military map. It checks China's ambitions and complicates Russia's strategy. The SSGN is a triumph of American ingenuity. The fleet is aging and replacements are planned. New Virginia-class submarines will carry formidable arsenals. The era of stealthy strike submarines is beginning. Rivals face difficult choices in response. The U.S. sets the terms of competition. The world is quieter, but more tense. The unseen hand continues to shape global events.